and welcome to the Booty Call to Brag channel. I'm your girl, Michelle Tillman, and today we are talking about Married at First Sight, season number 13, episode 11. If you don't know, I worked on tons of reality shows in the Charlotte area over the last 10 years, so I want to give y'all my 2 cents about Married at First Sight. So here we go. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment on this video, share this video. Every comment, I'm gonna respond to you. Let me know. So let me just go ahead and say this. Why y'all ain't tell me that I left Gil and Marla out last week? I like totally skipped over them. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna start with them because I want to make sure I don't forget. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause because they are the standout couple. Like, for sure, I did not think there was any hope for them at the beginning. Like, I seriously was like, they definitely not gonna make it. But now I'm starting to change my mind because I feel like their slow pace may have worked for their benefit, because a lot of the other couples that was going fast and saying they love each other and kissing and all the good stuff, and then it's like the fizzle went out or like something went wrong, and so their pace seemed to have worked for them. And one thing that Gil keeps saying is it's because we both really desired the same thing, like we have the same end goal. So even though there's little things I don't like about her, like that she's bratty, and he like compared her to being a child, which could have been super offensive, but she took it in stride. It's like, well, this is who I am. You gonna get what you get. And he's like, yeah, and I understand that. And they're just like willing to work with each other with the things that may could be an issue. So I love that about them. And then even at the table at the end of the night where they all were together, they had mentioned that, well, he mentioned that he definitely was 100% in like with her, and he was on the road to falling in love with her. She said that she made the decision, the choice to love her husband. So I'm like, oh, so you love little Gil now. Okay, you love the bald head man you said you didn't want. Go ahead, girl. I'm proud of her because you just, sometimes you just don't know, like, how someone who is kind of like her, like he said, a little bougie, you never know, like, how they're going to act or, like, how they're going to develop. Like, she ends up opening up, which is great. So let's go to Johnny and Bao. So I want to go to them because, like, they ended the episode like Johnny was hot. Like, even the way he walked around the car, the Uber to go home, he walked around like he was defeated. And so the way he was talking to Jose outside at the dinner was just like he was done. He was talking past tense, like, I really wanted this to work. I really tried. And so the whole thing is that they both feel like the other person is more responsible for, like, the spontaneity, the spice, the romance. Like, he said he's always liked women who were touchy-feely because they always initiated stuff. She's not touchy-feely. So it's like she wants him to make moves. He wants her to make moves. But what he really wants is for her to tell the truth. He said she was at the table like, I mean, I cook gourmet dinners. I do this and I do that. And he like sitting there about to lose it, talking about telling Jose like, no, that's not what you do. You just have to look good in front of other people. And I was just kind of shocked that Bao, I don't know if it was editing or what, but I was kind of like, okay, girl, you cook one time, okay? And so, yeah, you may very well be able to cook gourmet dinners, but that doesn't mean you actually did it. Um, but I also feel like Johnny needs to get out of his shell and realize that every woman is not going to chase you down. You're going to have to pursue her. And even though she said it in an inappropriate time and place, to me, that dinner was not the time for her to be like, well, I'm used to being courted. And so basically, you just shamed your husband in front of everybody. Like, when is that ever a good idea? Like, so I like the way Johnny did handle it and say, there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it in front of y'all first. I'm gonna talk to my wife first. And I think he was trying to give her an example, like, this is what you should have did. You should have had all these conversations with me before we came to this table. And they both were going talking to their friends earlier in the episode about each other. And it's just like, why y'all not talking to each other about each other? Like, come on. And one thing about Johnny, Johnny and Ryan to me are very similar because they are so used to serial dating that every little sense of anything that they don't like, they're like gone and they just can't like get through it. And I get it because I've been a serial dater before, but at some point you got to say, okay, this serial dating method, the way I act is not working for me. So let me change it up. Like maybe the person's not going to look exactly how you thought. Maybe they're not going to be a lovey-dovey and have PDA like you thought. Maybe you are going to have to work. Maybe you're going to have to initiate. You know, I think it is reasonable for both people to initiate it sometimes. So I think they need to get through that. I don't Bao needs to be honest about what she does and where she is, and her need to be accepted if that is the case. You know, that's Johnny's evaluation of her. I don't know if that's necessarily true. And again, I said I don't know if it's editing or what. But yeah, she definitely exaggerated how much she has done. Now, Rachel and Jose. Okay, Rachel, you may have gotten over how Jose cussed you out last week and locked you out. And then she had to like beg him to apologize the way that she needed him to. And it's like there's two different Jose's. It's just that Jose that and if you got a problem, you can get the F out. Is that Jose? And then there's the but you know, whatever my wife needs and I'm here for the long haul and I don't know which Jose we gonna get week to week. Me personally, the fact that that other Jose who will cuss me slam out exists kind of makes it a no. I mean, she got over it and they just laughing and smiling by the end of the episode. I just don't understand that. Like, granted, of course, the end of the episode wasn't all in the same day, but even his apology, even though it was good enough for her, that wouldn't have worked for me. I'm like, no, no, no. I don't want to have to coach you into apologizing how I need. I need you to understand what you did. Didn't make sense. Wasn't nice. Wasn't considerate. You locked me out. Admit that you locked me out. Stop saying it was an accident. Man up. Stop acting like a little bia. Like, come on, be honest about who you are. And he kind of ended up doing like, well, I realized that I don't talk through my feelings well, and I realized that when I'm mad, I don't need to talk right then. I need to wait and all these excuses that he had. But I'm like, okay, that's who you are deep down inside. And just like Michaela, he can work on it. But there's certain things that if you gotta pull the apology out like, ooh, like it's pulling teeth, how authentic is that? Like when Michaela was apologizing, she was like, I know what I did was wrong. I want to be better. I don't want to be Hurricane K. Like, it was more authentic. But Jose, like, he wasn't even apologetic the next day, and she even brought that up. Like it was your energy the next day. Like, you was real relaxed about it. So I don't know how they got on past that. They went on the date in the baseball field, throwing the ball back and forth with each other, having their dinner. That was great. That was cool. I might do that with my husband because he likes softball. That was cool. I was like, okay, yeah, let's go do that. I'm gonna do that. But I just could not. He says he'll do whatever to make the marriage work. Okay. I'm looking at my notes. He was braiding his wife's hair like he looked like he was a pro at braiding their hair. But I just, what do y'all think? Like, did he do enough to get her trust back, and or is there more that need to be said or done? Do y'all think this he just apologizing for the cameras? You think that he's actually gonna do better? What are y'all thinking? Because I'm thinking even if they make it through the experiment, when them cameras is off, baby, they're gonna be acting a fool with each other because Jose gonna pop off and she gonna be like, nah, I told you, don't nobody talk to me like that. So next, speaking of Hurricane K and Zach, Michaela and Zach. So they went the salsa dancing thing, like I said, with Mirla and Gil, and then they just show her like giving up, saying she done dancing. And then they're like, what you mean you done? And Gil was trying to like pull it out of her, and she was like, I just don't feel like doing it anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore. And I'm just like, okay, girl, like you tried. She's like, I tried, and basically she's just done. Okay, I don't like people like that. Just finish the end of the lesson. Like, girl, what are you doing? Finish the end of the lesson. Don't like, if you're not feeling Zach, I guess maybe like maybe production made her come and film. Like, if you ain't want to be there, then stay your tail at home. Like, I just didn't understand that. And I don't understand the highs and lows of Michaela and Zach and how they put them all in one episode. And it's like, first they mad at each other, but in the episode, like, everything seems to be all good. They kissing, and she's like, yeah, I do love him. I just don't understand the highs and lows. I mean, I know relationships have highs and lows, but y'all just put them all up in the episode and expect us to just be like, oh, okay. Like, we don't know whether to be mad with them, or we don't know whether to, like, okay, they good. So, Zach said last week that he was doubtful that they had a future. Like, what do you expect someone to act like? So I understand. She was like, oh, you doubtful, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a little two-step in this salsa dance class and then I'm done. I get why she was like that, but I'm just like confused at how they go up and down, and how they went on their date, and she took him to the music studio, and he was so happy that she treated him so well and planned the whole date and really thought it out. He also mentioned oh, she said that she wanted happy Zach back. And she said that before. So I feel like there's this sad, sobbing Zach, and then there's just happy Zach. And I can tell the difference too. Like, I like happy Zach too. I think we all like happy Zach. We don't want Zach talking about, don't touch me, don't touch me. Like, no. Like, we don't want that Zach. We want the happy Zach who was smiling and all that good stuff. And I think happy Zach is back. They were asking each other what they like about each other, and he's like, she's like, I think everything is good, and he's like, well, I don't like that you play Cardi B at 12:30 a.m. like it's the afternoon. I'm like, turn that down. I thought that was cute. He was being honest. But anywho, so yeah, by the end of the night at that table, they were like, okay, well, he says he can see himself falling for her. She says, I already told him that I loved him. Again, polar opposites from the beginning, and Gil and Merle were like, I'm so happy they decided to work it out and understand each other. So I don't understand the back and forth dynamic with them, but hey, to each their own. Ryan and Brett. So they teased us last week. Married at First Sight, y'all teased us like we was gonna find out about him being on a dating app this episode. This episode was a lot about her dog and her having to put her dog to sleep, which is, so sad, and like she was really down, but she went to the 1 month anniversary thing anyway. Now, me personally, as a married woman, what I have learned is you don't have to celebrate things on certain days and certain times just because, like, you can celebrate your anniversary or birthdays or whatever, however you feel like, whenever you feel like it. Because Ryan even said, if it was me, I don't know if I would have made it. And I think maybe a part of the reason why he's not attracted to her, because not that he hasn't seen her vulnerable, because he said he's seen the high anxiety moments of her and that was not attractive, but like, just break down. Y'all know what I mean. Like, I just feel like that was her moment to be like, oh, Brett, I need you, and not Brett, Ryan, I need you, and hug and cuddle, and maybe lead to something a little more sexual for them. And I was listening to Kev, Melissa, Angel, and Marcus on The Bald and the Beautiful, and they were talking about, like, maybe if she put that thing on him, then he would have some butterflies. And I think, yeah, maybe he was turned off by the fact that she hadn't been with nobody in 2 years, and he was just scared to make a move, and then he just kind of got stuck there. I think he did get stuck there, and I think that because he's dated so much, he's so easily to turn off and have a one-track mind and can't see past it. So anyways, they had their date at the movie theater, which was really dope, how he had their wedding playing on the movie theater screen. I thought that was pretty cool to rent out the whole theater and do that. He, at the dinner table, was saying he thought they would be more further along by now. He seemed kind of depressed when he was talking about, even when they was at the movie theater and he was watching The Vows, his head was back on the chair like he was gonna fall out. He was uninterested. So I don't know. He keeps saying like he want to spare her feelings. What you're not doing is sparing her feelings by dragging her along. Just tell her exactly how you feel. I don't know if maybe he does it off camera. He don't want to shame her on camera, but tell her how you feel, and tell her you're not attracted, or tell her you want to be that you don't think you can get past certain things. I kind of think she might already know, because even Gil was like, I can tell she's not getting what she needs or what she's giving. And I think everybody can tell that, and it sucks, but I just don't think there's no hope for them. Like, he's already given up in his mind. And at this point, even if she does give him a little but it might not help. So, okay, last week I skipped one, so I want to make sure I'm going through my notes. I take notes during the show to make sure I get it all right. Ryan and Brett, we talked about them. Zach and Michaela, we talked about them. Rachel and Jose, we talked about them. Johnny and Bal, yeah, we talked about everybody. So thank y'all so much for watching. I did it live tonight because I had started the whole video and then my phone ran out of space, and yeah, I'm tired. It's time to go sleep. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure you share this video. Comment, y'all. Comment. Get that algorithm running for your girl, okay? Thank you so much, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.